Um, Hello, my name is Andy, and I'm an English teacher at DEIP. As with any international company and any company that works online, English is, as we understand, the language of the internet and the language of most international communication. So having a good fluency of English in a company that works especially with Web3 is crucial to be able to understand the international market and understand international creators and other people. Unfortunately, there's no magic pill here. Like with everything, it's just a matter of practice. So practice, practice, practice. And I believe it's always essential to find a style of learning that actually works for you. I don't mean the whole audios and visuals and any of those things. I mean, whatever things you like doing in your own native language, should it be watching films or reading books, try to do the same thing in English. And the more practice you have, basically, and the more study time you put into it, the better you get over time. So, yeah. I'd say the most interesting part of my work is basically interacting with the people, interacting with students. There's a lot of paperwork in teaching, and that's not the most interesting part, to be honest. But once you get to meet the students and get to interact with the students, hear about their experiences, hear them converse in English, I think that's one of the most interesting parts of the job. Also, an interesting part, I'd say, is seeing students sort of overcome certain milestones in their language learning proficiency. So yeah, I'd say those two is sort of the most interesting bit of the job. I'd say no, not quite, because as I mentioned in question number 1, basically, it's an online it's an online circle, and as long as you're planning on working internationally, you are going to definitely meet people who don't speak your local language. And I think a language that's going to be common for most people will be English. And so that's the easiest way to sort of overcome that hurdle. It's either you learn another language or you learn English, which is, sort of the go-to international language at the moment. Yes, I'd say yes, it's okay to communicate with grammar mistakes. As a language student myself, once upon a time I am absolutely learning Russian, for example, and the main thing is getting your point across as understandably as you can, and if the message has been received, it does not really matter how grammatically correct your sentence was. So I think that should be the main thing. You've gotten the information across, the person you're speaking to has understood what you wanted to say, I guess that's fine. So yes, in a working environment, you can actually communicate without having to have perfect, proficient, flawless English. But the better your English is, the easier it's going to be to communicate. So there you go. So thank you, that was it. This is Andy with DEIP. If you enjoyed that little clip, please like and subscribe and keep in touch.